Boston, MA, December 19, 2025. In a stark crackdown on welfare fraud, federal authorities have charged two men with orchestrating a massive scheme that allegedly trafficked nearly $7 million in Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP, benefits, turning a vital food aid program into a personal cash cow. The announcement, made during a press conference on December 17, highlights ongoing efforts by the Trump administration to root out abuse in public assistance programs. Antonio Bonner, 74, a naturalized U.S. citizen from Haiti, and Saul Elizami, 21, a lawful permanent resident also from Haiti, each face one count of food stamp fraud. Bonner owns the Jesula Variety Store, while Elizami operates the Saul Marquet Mix Store, both tiny operations sharing a single storefront in Boston's Mattapan neighborhood. Prosecutors allege the duo exchanged SNAP benefits for cash, sold ineligible items like liquor, and even profited from donated humanitarian food packs intended for starving children overseas. The stores, far from resembling legitimate groceries, are described as minuscule. Jesula spans just 150 square feet, smaller than many bathrooms, while Saul Marquet Mix covers about 500 square feet. With minimal inventory, a single register each, and no shopping carts or baskets, the businesses redeemed SNAP amounts that dwarf those of nearby full-sized supermarkets. One local supermarket processes around $80,000 monthly in SNAP benefits. In contrast, Jesula averaged $200,000 to $300,000 per month over 20 months, peaking at over $500,000 in 1 month. Saul Marquet Mixed added over $120,000 in the last 6 months alone. BostonHerald.com Massachusetts $7 million SNAP fraud scheme bust pits Healy admin against. U.S. Attorney Leah B. Foley, speaking at the press conference, condemned the scheme as a blatant abuse of taxpayer-funded aid meant to prevent hunger. This is taxpayer money meant to keep people from going hungry. These defendants decided to take it for themselves, Foley said. She highlighted how the fraud involved not just cash exchanges but also selling Mannapack meals from the nonprofit Feed My Starving Children, products funded by donations and destined for disaster zones, including Haiti, yet sold for profit at nearly $10 per pack. Undercover operations confirmed the allegations. Officers used EBT cards to swap benefits for cash directly with the defendants at the registers. Financial probes revealed money laundering through multiple bank accounts, large cash withdrawals, and certificates of deposit, with no records of wholesale food purchases typical of real stores. In a twist, Bonner allegedly fraudulently obtained his own SNAP benefits, redeeming over $10,000 since 2022, mostly through his own store, despite his apparent wealth from the scheme. Foley tied the case to broader systemic issues, criticizing lax oversight by Massachusetts Department of Transitional Assistance and calling for states to share SNAP data with federal authorities. Referencing a December 15 Associated Press article questioning the scale of SNAP fraud, she presented this investigation as proof of widespread problems. This alleged fraud happened here in Massachusetts under the current system. It only involved 2 individuals and it resulted in millions of dollars in losses, she stated, urging Democratic-led states like Massachusetts to cooperate with Trump administration requests for recipient data to combat fraud. FBI Assistant Special Agent in Charge James Crowley echoed Foley's sentiments, noting the arrests were executed with help from the USDA Office of Inspector General and Boston Police. These 2 men came into our country and allegedly defrauded a vital federal assistance program that millions of Americans rely on to feed their families out of millions of dollars, Crowley said. He emphasized the harm to needy families and legitimate businesses, adding that the probe uncovered stores with very little inventory, incapable of supporting the claimed transactions. SentinelandEnterprise.com Massachusetts SNAP benefit fraud scheme busted after netting. The defendants were arrested on December 17 and appeared in court that day. If convicted, each faces up to 5 years in prison, 3 years of supervised release, and a $250,000 fine. Prosecutors indicated this is just the beginning, with plans to investigate other suspiciously high redeeming stores. This case underscores the Trump administration's renewed focus on SNAP integrity, amid debates over privacy versus fraud prevention. As Foley put it, public assistance programs are a lifeline. We will not allow them to be treated as a criminal revenue stream.